to say that. I was uncomfortable.
You were a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was AOL Messenger. Who was it?
What about it was awkward?
Jason, I used to eavesdrop in on your conversations on the phone.
You remember when you told me to...
Oh.
Could also just do Brink. I don't know. I kind of like that idea. Pup and Suds.
Could do Brink. We mentioned Pretty Woman. That's been on me and Tay's movie list for a while. I'm down to watch that.
A movie I think is very underrated, Wild Wild West.
Ed Kelce reveals Father's Day gift from Taylor Swift that excited Travis and Jason Kelce on podcast.in. A special episode of the popular podcast, New Heights, aired on the occasion of Father's Day. The audience had the opportunity to witness one of the warmest and most surprising moments in the Kelce family. Ed Kelce, the respected father of two famous football players Jason and Travis Kelce, appeared radiant with a gentle smile, sitting behind the microphone in a simple polo shirt. But what made him stand out was not only his calm appearance but also the emotional story he brought. While chatting intimately with his two famous sons, Ed Kelce suddenly shared about the gift he received from Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's current girlfriend, on Father's Day this year. The gift not only moved Ed but also surprised both Travis and Jason, who kept exclaiming, "Unbelievable." Taylor is very delicate. Ed Kelce started the story in the midst of the cheerful atmosphere and endless laughter. Ed Kelce gently turned the conversation to the topic of Father's Day gifts. Jason, with his humorous personality, immediately joked, "Let me guess, it's a mug with Travis and a football, right?" Travis burst out laughing, while Ed just shook his head, smiled and said, "No, you won't guess. It's from Taylor. And it's very special." Both boys stopped laughing, their eyes turned curious and expectant. "What did she give you?" Travis leaned in and asked with an undisguised curiosity. And Jason, who always appeared tough, also sat up straight, eyes wide. "Really? Taylor sent you a gift? Tell me." Ed smiled and nodded, then slowly recounted a handwritten letter, and a timeless gift. "Taylor not only sent a gift, she wrote a letter to Dad herself," Ed began, causing Jason to blurt out, "She wrote a handwritten letter? Who else does that?" Ed nodded, his voice filled with emotion. "The letter wasn't long, but every word was heartfelt. She thanked Dad for raising Travis, for being there for us and supporting us every step of the way." Travis looked surprised, but also clearly moved. "Wow. I didn't know about this," he said quietly. "Not only that," Ed continued, "she also included a gift, a photo album, but not of her or Travis. It was old photos of Dad and the two of us, from when we were babies to when we were adults." Jason immediately exclaimed, "What? Taylor made a family photo album? How did she get our baby photos?" Travis looked at his brother and shrugged, "Maybe Mom gave it to her, or I think Taylor secretly collected it during her visits." Photos that made Ed cry. Ed continued, "There was one photo in particular that when Dad flipped to it, the tears almost fell immediately. It was a photo of Dad holding Travis on his shoulders during a middle school soccer game, and Jason was standing next to him, covered in mud but still grinning. The kids' hands were all holding Dad's." Jason was silent. Travis raised his hand to his face, seemingly trying to hold back his emotions. The atmosphere in the podcast was more subdued than ever. Ed whispered, "Taylor wrote next to that photo, 'This love inspires me every day.' Travis, she did it without telling me." Travis chuckled, blushing slightly. He turned to Jason, nodding slightly, "I swear, she didn't tell me. I don't know if she was preparing an album or writing a letter to her dad. Taylor did it all in secret." Jason joked lightly, "You should marry her." The podcast audience outside almost exploded when they heard this part. Clips of that moment immediately went viral on social media, along with the hashtags #FatherDayWithSwift and #SwiftKelceFamily. Taylor Swift's sophistication, no need for flash, just sincerity. Ed Kelce couldn't hide his emotion when he said, "I've received a lot of gifts in my life, both material and spiritual. But no one has ever spent time and effort to do something so personal and meaningful." He continued, "Taylor doesn't need to do that. But she does it because she really cares, and that warms my heart." Travis nodded, That's what I love about her. She doesn't need to be loud, she doesn't need to be flashy. She enters people's hearts with absolute sincerity. Jason, who often teases Travis about his love life, also softened his tone. Dad, I think I understand why Taylor is so important to our family.